Okay, for our kit, we contain 3 major packs that all buckle together in an IFAC kit that is MOLLE compatible. It is attachable several different ways, vertical, horizontal, MOLLE attachments on the front, straps on the top, first aid kit, straps to it, and also the third thing that's involved is a actual cat type tourniquet for gunshot wounds, stabbing wounds, any extremities with large bleeding. Most kits do not contain these tourniquets, and that's what sets our kit apart. One of the very few things that people really need a lot of times and don't have is a cat type tourniquet. They're very easy to use. Place them around the extremity, crank them 3 times, place it in a lock holder, take your magic marker, a pen, anything, write your time on there. You don't want tourniquets on extremities for a long amount of time. Tissues without blood flow die quickly. So in our main pack, it's got several things that you would need for minor and major medical things, and our packs can contain other things also, depending on what your needs are. But the basic kit comes with these 3 things involved, major packs. So you have a leg MOLLE kit that folds open. Inside you have medical shears. You have a paracord bracelet. What you would need if you're given directions to get ambulance or anything, it'll have a compass on there that'll tell you. Also have a fire striker in case you're lost. A way to cut. The cord is very handy with medical stuff. It folds out. This can attach to your leg or anything you go. It has a first aid guide in it specifically. You have alcohol pads, a lot of them. Anything it sterilizes for any wounds. You have light sticks in case it's nighttime and you need to be able to see to do your wound care. 2 of those. You have rolled gauze bandages. You have a knife, a folding lock blade knife, which is very useful. It comes with a carabiner clip on it so you can clip it on stuff. Serrated edge. The knife also has an oxygen wrench opener on the top in case you have an oxygen tank with you, or you have paramedics arrive and you need to help them assist opening and administering oxygen. Clips on your pocket so you won't lose it. Comes in the kit with the kit. You have CPR bag, one-way valve mask. So if your person starts throwing up that you have or giving CPR, it won't throw up in your mouth. It's important. Antiseptic cleansing wipes come in the kit. There's quite a few of them. You also have a regular soap wipe in case you're not doing wound care but you just need to clean yourself up. Emergency blanket is self-heat containing. Uses your body heat in case it's winter weather or hypothermia, a person in the water, etc. You have vinyl gloves, medical gloves, of course, several sets of those. Down deep in the pack you have more rolls of gauze, bandages. In your zipper pack there's several things in there. There's a survival card which has a cutting area on it. It has measurements, so you can give wound measurements or measurements to use for stitches, stuff like that. It has a bottle opener, lots of things on it. Wrenches can be used as a pry tool, can be used as a knife, can be used as a measurement tool, can be used as a miniature saw, can be used to tighten different varying sizes of nuts and bolts. Just a small wrench. Emergency whistle to get emergency medical services if you need them. Small rolls of tape. You have safety pins to do triangle bandages with, or clothing. You can make a makeshift tourniquet out of clothing if you had more than one person need a tourniquet. Regular band-aids, of course, of different sizes, different shapes. Triangle bandages, eye bandages, finger knuckle bandages, pressure bandages. Up here you have cotton swabs for different things if you need to remove something from a wound. Triangular bandage, pretty good size one. There's several of these in this kit. You have an emergency flashlight, a little LED flashlight contained in the top. You have cotton balls for medication applications, soaking up blood, all that kind of stuff. In the top, you have gauze pads, first responder gauze pads. You have ABD pads, extra absorbent. You have emergency poncho, in case you should need that. These kits contain a lot of stuff in a very small package. Everything from gunshot wounds to minor medical emergencies. Moving on, Cat 2 3 tourniquet, type tourniquet. A brand new one of those with instruction manual in the back of how to use it. Suggest you get familiar with that. We move on to the first aid kit, and I'm going to run through a brief description of what the first aid kit contains. And I will give you also a small tutorial of what all is in here. There's a lot contained in the emergency first aid kit. There's an emergency first aid guide from the American Red Cross. We have several packets of extras in here. Aluminized rescue blanket. It's retention. It's repetitive. It's with the same first kit. This one's a bigger one. It's lightweight. It'll keep you warm because your body has to stay warm. You get shock if not. Instant compressed cold packs. You snap it. You know, you have a sprain, whatever, so on and so forth. Sting relief pads for bee stings. Allergic reactions to poison ivy and such. You have emergency first aid tape. Again, 2 more rolls of that. You run through a lot of that. Small pair of bandage scissors. You have more vinyl gloves. You need them a lot. You run through a lot of those. There's 2 big packs of those there. Conforming gauze bandages for small cuts and abrasions. This is moleskin. I've never seen a kit that contains moleskin before. You need these. If you're hiking, if you're doing garden work, if you are on excursions where there's no first aid, there's no medical personnel around, it's good for blisters on your feet. You can use it for blisters on your hand. You can use it for any kind of friction. Some people get scalded between their legs.